I wasn't going to church. And Charlie Kirk had a way of speaking to people such as myself with knucklehead ideology, and part of me rejected where my values came from, but Charlie Kirk and the wisdom that he had got through to me. And as of January, first Sunday of January 2025, and to this day, I have not missed a single Sunday service all year.
Well, Charlie Kirk's message of faith resonating with many people in the wake of his assassination just about 6 weeks ago. Numbers from Circana book scans cited by the Wall Street Journal show 2.4 million Bibles were sold last month, a 36% jump from September of last year. One publishing executive says sales have been on the rise, but Kirk's assassination, quote, awakened a lot of people. Let's bring in Andrew Colvett, a close friend of Charlie's, executive producer of The Charlie Kirk Show and Turning Point USA spokesperson. Andrew, great to have you on the show, as always. I mean, I just want your initial take on the Bible sales being way up.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Trace. And it's really encouraging for me just to see the pure raw numbers of that, because you can feel it. There's so many anecdotes and so many people that have come to us, sent us emails. You see it in the social media comments saying, Charlie re-inspired my faith. I'm going back to church. I'm praying for my husband. Our marriage has been saved because of the legacy that and just the way Charlie lived his life. And I love that one speaker that was at that event with Russell Brand. It's the way Charlie would integrate the message of faith into everything that he did. He'd get a question about, regardless of the topic, he would get a question and he would find a way to integrate his faith just seamlessly into that. And after, Charlie was assassinated, people started seeing these clips and they would realize just what he was doing with all of those interactions that he had one by one over the years, and how so much wisdom was packed into these social media videos that now people are rediscovering. And then they hear about the way he lived his life, or loved Erica, his wife, or his kids, and they realize that there is true wisdom here and a future and a purpose for them. So it's wonderful to see.
Yeah, and now I want to kind of flip the tables literally, because you talk about the pushback that TPUSA is still getting. I'm going to pause and we're going to listen for this. This is the student teacher who flipped over the tables of TPUSA. Watch.
Well, Jesus did it, so I got to do it, right? Jesus did it. Good luck. He did that. Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, I mean, University of Illinois teaching assistant, he was fired because of that. But you can still see there's a lot of animosity out there, Andrew.
Yeah, and there is. And, I think it's because Charlie he lived his life in such a way that you had to pick a side, right? And I just think it's funny that not only did he fail in flipping over the table, he actually didn't flip it over. He wanted to, but then, he got his just desserts here, and I'm glad the university held the line. But, there's a little bit of negative here, and we make much of it on social media because these people are behaving vilely. It's terrible behavior, there's no doubt, but there's so much good here, and you see that with the Bible sales, but we also see it at TPUSA Faith. Trace, I just want to break a little bit of news. We've talked about a lot how big the field team and the campus has program has grown after 9/10, but TPUSA Faith, which Charlie launched during COVID, has so just to put it in perspective, we had about 4,000 churches in the network before 9/10. We have added over 4,000 more churches. So we've doubled it. We have 8,000 churches in our network at TPUSA Faith. We've seen almost 1,000% growth across all social media platforms. And get this, we've had over 200,000 people sign up to become a part of TPUSA Faith. So what we're doing in the faith space has more than doubled. And it's again, what a testament to the legacy that Charlie Kirk has left. There's just so much more good than there is bad, and it's important for us to remind everybody about that.
Yeah, the movement is definitely gaining momentum. Andrew Colvett, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Donald Trump, we don't deserve him.
He's having a ball, building a room for one and all. Earlier today, President Trump hosted Senate Republicans for a Rose Garden luncheon and shared some interesting history about the White House property. I wonder, did that used to be a swimming pool on the other side of the wall?
That used to be a swimming pool on the other side of the wall. That was the swimming pool where Jackie would say, I hear women inside. Are women inside? Quite a famous, I'm not saying anything, this was a part of a movie. And the Secret Service said, no, ma'am, there's no women inside, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am, you're going to have to move along. But I hear women inside. No, ma'am, you'll have to move along, ma'am. So that was the famous swimming pool. Now it's even worse. It's for the media. They covered the pool up.
He really is America's tour guide. He also spoke about the ongoing East Wing renovations. I wonder if you probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears. I love that sound. Other people don't like it. I love it, Josh. I think when I hear that sound, it reminds me of money. In this case, it reminds me of lack of money because I'm paying for it.
Finally, during a recent meeting with the Australian Prime Minister, they have one, Trump had to remind the press of their delicate surroundings. I wonder, do we have the best equipment anywhere in the world by far?
We have the best equipment anywhere in the world by far. And, ooh, you got to watch that. Watch that. You're not allowed to break that. That mirror is 400 years old. A camera just hit the mirror. Ay. I just moved it up here special from the vaults, and first thing that happens, the camera hits it. Hard to believe, isn't it? Hard to believe, but these are the problems in life.
You know who broke that mirror? Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. So Colby, we're not paying for the remodeling. It's being handled privately. So why are the liberals so outraged?
I mean, they're just outraged because they're outraged about anything, you know?
Yeah.
They're just despicable people, and they hate America and they hate our country, and they'd rather use tax dollars to fund, you know, DEI programs than renovating the White House.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think about, will you like the idea of a ballroom?
I love that. I think it would be awesome. I think you could host a lot of good events, and, you know, I think it could bring a lot of good money into the government.
Yeah. You're going to go to the fights when they have the fights there?
I'm going to go whoop someone's ass in the name of freedom.
Sounds like me every weekend, Kat. What did you make of the JFK story? Wasn't that great? Him just talking about JFK banging young ladies in the pool. That was incredible.
Yeah, you normally don't hear that kind of thing.
It's amazing.
Like, as I was watching it, I noticed, I was like, oh, my mouth's open. Like, you know, like what? But I also don't understand the outrage over the, like, I don't, like, who cares? We're not paying for it. Also, like, I don't live there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what happens at the White House. Like, how clean is your own house that you're getting angry about someone else's house?
Yeah.
I cannot imagine for 2 seconds. Are they really mad? Or do they feel like they're supposed to be mad because they saw another one get mad? They're like, well, I have to be on the side where I think this is really bad because I don't want anyone to think that I support you. Because I can't understand being that mad about what someone else is doing to their house.
They can't find anything bad.
The next person can do whatever they want to the White House, too. It's just like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, Nixon put in a bowling alley and Joe Biden put in a chairlift.
That's not true. Joe Biden was not allowed to go upstairs.
You know why? Because he's like a cow. He doesn't know how to come back down.
Oh, he does. It's just that, you know, when you hear, oh, my hip, and then Secret Security's like, where's his life alert? I thought you had it. It's just, they kept him in the basement. Look, man, President Trump could have seen that tree behind the White House there. He could have climbed that tree and found 3 baby kittens stuck. And also, while he was up there, there was a note saying, here's the coordinates to Jimmy Hoffa's body.
Yeah.
And as he climbed down, there was also, here's irrefutable proof that Jesus Christ walked the earth. And he would show all that stuff. Like, look what I found. Look at all these amazing things. And they'd be like, how many leaves had to die on that tree while you climbed it? They just hate to hate. I love that he's building this because I keep saying, wow, that project's probably going to take 4.5 more years. So by the time the ballroom's finished, it'll be done just in time for his third inauguration. Is that what we're doing? So I just let him, give him something to really be upset about it. And I got to be like, hey, Mr. President, bro code, bro. I mean, you didn't need to tell about the girls. Like, come on.
Yeah. But in fairness, he waited till everybody was dead, including the women.
No. It doesn't matter. Somewhere in the afterlife, there were girls in the pool, weren't there? I knew it. So, you know.
Yeah, Emily, I think that the Democrats don't understand that Republicans, and Trump especially, can do multiple things a day. They were so used to Biden maybe doing one thing a month. So they go like, oh, he's working on this ball. What's he doing about the Middle East or Russia? It's like he's actually doing all that too, because that's what he does.
Yes, and the only thing Biden did once a month was his pants. So here's the thing that I despise about liberals and Democrats and everyone that is looking at this with abject horror, is that they have no concept of history either. It's like their entire world was created the second that President Trump entered the scene. So I counted at least 13 presidents have made major reconstruction and remodeling here. If you're going to be mad at anyone, I feel like be mad at Nixon for taking away the swimming pool and turning it into the press briefing room. Obama turned the tennis courts into a basketball court, although Trump restored the tennis courts. It was Wilson, I want to say, that totally raised the Colonial Garden. Like, that's the thing. All of these renovations are renovating what other presidents have already remodeled. It's not like he's taking the hat of the first pilgrim and ripping it in half. This is all just updating what presidents already did. And to your point, not $1 of it is using taxpayer funds. When, as you said, but they would love for that to go to transgender surgeries in men's prisons, and they would love for that to go to shrimp on treadmill. But for some reason, a president using personal funds to make everything better for the people's house is somehow unacceptable.
Yeah. Hold on, he took down the basketball court?
No.
No.
I was going to... Obama put in the basketball courts.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing he did I liked.
It's still there. Trump added a tennis court.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't mess with my courts now. All right.
Yeah. All right. You know what's funny, though? If Kamala had won, everything would just be one long open bar. Yeah. You could just those swimming bars that you have at resorts? That would be the whole area around. It would be like a water theme park with bars.